Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. This is titanium. It's about a kilogram or so. Let me see if I can get a ruler to show you guys the scale. It's about 6 centimeters across in a cube. And this is anodization for adding the color to it. And I got kind of lucky today with the anodizing of it. I hope to do one out of tantalum at some point, but tantalum's a little bit pricier, a little bit more sensitive to getting the details right as well. And so I practice with some titanium first. A piece of tantalum this big would weigh closer to 2 kilograms, I want to say, and it would be well in excess of four figures. So I wanted to practice with titanium first. And I got very lucky though, because my sleep deprivation kind of caught up to me, and I messed up. So you gotta anodize titanium in two stages, because your alligator lead, if it touches the water, it will short out the anodization. And so what you have to do is fill up the water level up here, connect your alligator lead up here, run it, and then flip it over and do it again. And while I was doing that, I flipped it over, but I accidentally got the polarity mixed up. So I accidentally partially de-anodized part of the cube. And so now I got this 3-layer color. And I looked at it, and I'm like, gee, I got to keep this. This is the most beautiful color I've ever seen. So what you do is you put label paper all around it. You anodize it to the high voltage. Then you take the label paper off and you anodize it to the lower voltage. And this is what I have. I'm gonna have to think about where I want to live come next year when I'm not teaching at CAC anymore. I had thought that Apache Junction would be a new start, right? I talked about how I haven't had very good luck making friends in Phoenix, but it hasn't turned out the way I thought, because Apache Junction is a very desolated area. We got a population density of only 1,000 people per square mile, right? And so I still have to go to Phoenix to network with people. So now I just have all the bad luck of Phoenix plus less time to do it because of the commute, right? I didn't think about that. And some people here in Phoenix are very, very detached with various things, right? So I talked about how at a previous job I had a boss who didn't believe about dietary restrictions, and he said, "Oh, come on, you should eat something to kind of desensitize to it, right?" And he made cruel jokes about it. I don't think he had malicious intentions. He probably just never allowed himself to get exposed to that. And then even yesterday, I was talking to a so-called friend at a meetup, and I was joking with him about, when I move back to Phoenix next semester, how I'm going to look for rooms for rent so that I can maximize my chances of making important life partners. And I was joking with him how I've been wanting to take a vacation in Poland, but the timing is very tricky, right? So what I like to do sometimes is I'll join OkCupid on the city in Poland. Let's say it's Warsaw, Gdansk, and then I'll talk to somebody there, and hopefully then take a trip to Poland and meet up with her, right? Unfortunately, I can never get the timing right. When things go right with somebody that I meet there, I can't leave for some reason. By the time I get a chance to take the vacation, we're no longer together. I was asking him for some advice, and he thinks that we shouldn't mix our dating life with our vacations or with our roommate situation. And yeah, he's privileged. I think he made some money off of crypto or something. So he only works part-time now. And so he has the luxury of separating all of that in his life, right? And so that's just the kind of privilege. People who don't have food allergies, who behave in a privilege. I really despise talking to people who don't check their privilege at the door. I really do. And it really took all my might to not scream at him when he was talking like that. I don't think he had malicious intentions. He gets too drowned into the way he lives that he probably didn't think beyond that, right? But that's Phoenix in a nutshell, right? Seattle is full of overprivileged people as well, but they would never behave like that. Although in Seattle, we have other kinds of biases, right? I talked about how, well, I guess married people over there are very behave like that too, right? They don't understand singles have their own plight. Here, at least in Phoenix, people seem to understand that part of the equation. All right, continue to pray for my art career. I really need it to network with the right people in my life. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.